to Layu. We're just getting the introduction there from Mr. Ronald Charles.
A small audience today. A lot of the cyclists are not well. Some of them have bike issues. Some of them are taking care of their wonderful mothers. So it is what it is. It's a small race. But let me just say, for the purposes of publicity, the same team that you see here today is the same team that will be representing Dominica in the OECS competition started for the 31st of May this month, 2026 in Antigua and Barbuda. So the likes of Mr. Coa Baron, Mr. Green, Levi Baron, Desmond, and Ronald Charles will be the manager, and we will be representing Dominica in the OECS competition that will be held in Antigua and Barbuda. So put your hands together for the team so we can call this a Mother's Day Team OECS 2026, okay? So you're gonna see an exciting race. Of course, you have two clubs represented here, and we're gonna have some fun. As I said earlier, please be careful, all cyclists, be careful on the road. You know, be very careful. It's a busy road, so be careful. We turn on the bridge and we come back here twice. All right, so the police officer, before we do that, we want to call on my friend, come and pray for us. All the cyclists come forward and let our friend pray for us.
Yeah, just our introduction there by Ronald Charles, and we'll start with prayer there.
As you know, praise a time of respect to the Almighty Father, where we bow our heads and close our eyes. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you have made. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for the many blessings you have bestowed upon us, dear Lord. Father God, I pray that you will be with us today. Be with us as we go to Layu and back. I pray that you will touch us and cover us with your precious blood. Help us to exercise caution, to be safe and very careful on the road, and that other drivers with vehicles, motorists, exercise caution and look out for the cyclists as well. Though it's a small group racing today on the way to Layu and back. So I pray that you will be with those who are unable to make it today, and that today will be still a productive and successful race. I make this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen.
All right, thank you. And I'm sure you're going to become a pastor very, very soon. This one is sung. I feel I don't even need a bike to go. Thank you so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. Wonderful prayer. Okay, so guys, let me just again thank you to all the sponsors. Dominica Olympic Committee and Mr. Billy Doctrove, thank you. And of course, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Red Cross, the police, of course, the traffic department, and of course, the chief of police. Thank you guys for making it happen today. We also want to say thank you to Belfast Estate, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, and of course Ronald Charles and Associates, and all those who made it possible today. Today is going to be a very wonderful race. May the best man win. Bye-bye.
Yeah, good morning again. This is Skyway FM, and we are bringing you live broadcast of this race, second race of the season, the Dominica Cycling Association here at my boys bar in Roseau. It's just a field of 3, 6, 8 cyclists there in that field, and that means you have mountain bikers, you have masters and elite riders here this morning. And it's a beautiful Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Wishing you a happy Mother's Day. As the police sirens start wiggling it way here, and the races will be on very soon. They are now lining up at the starting race, the starting line, and we're going to be calling up this race here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you are count to 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they off. So here they goes, Ronald Charles in the lead. And at the back I could see Covency, St. Army, and this. Yeah, we have a pretty small field here today. It's not a usual like 13, 14 riders. Some of the riders are sick with flu. The president was also saying that some of the riders' bikes having problems, and that's why he's calling on some sponsors to provide some riding bikes for these cyclists. So it's important that sponsors come on board and support the young people in their endeavors to be elite riders around the Caribbean. Basically, they're gonna be having a OECS race coming up soon. That is a 60-mile race that will be taking place in Antigua and Barbuda, on the 31st of May. So Dominic will be represented by a team of riders there like Coab Baron. We have Ezel Green, Levi Baron in the Masters. Ronald Charles himself will be the manager. And it's Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, beautiful Sunday morning, very light breeze. We had some rain earlier in the morning because on my way to church this morning, there was some rain from Mont Daniel back to Roseau. While I coming from the Jimit area, I was quite dry there. But right now, the sun has opened up its eyes in all glory. It's a glorious morning. And the sea on to my left there is the Caribbean Sea, is quite calm. So it might be a beautiful day to go to the sea and have a bath, get a dip. We have some rivers down the coast then that you can also go to. Layo River, we're going to be going to Layo, by the way. We're going to be Layo and back. So that will be done twice. So the mountain bikers will do it once, but the other elite riders and the masters, they're gonna be doing that it's like twice in terms of the route. They will go up and down twice. So it's gonna be interesting. And the Palafan here is bunched up together. They just making their way under the Mont Daniel Cliff. Traffic seems to be a steady flow of traffic coming up to Roseau. And we just letting them know that there's a cycling race on and they need to be careful. The police escorts, we have a police escort vans at the front. The also the ambulance and fire services, there's an ambulance available. So we are asking people to be careful and open their eyes. There's a race on. This is like the second race of the season. Our first race really was held earlier, I think somewhere in March. And the winners were Desmond Prosper. The second place, that was Desmond Prosper in first place in terms of the Masters. Second place was Levi Baron, and the third place was Ronald Charles. The elite winners, you had Coab Baron in first place, Kobensky, Phil Amy in the second place, and the third place was Stephen Cabon. The mountain winner was Pat Gratusi, and mountain winners again. The second place was Louis Williams. In terms of the women winner, Rachel Samper came first. And the BMX women winner, Daniela Brumant. So Daniela Brumant won the BMX competition there. And the junior winner was Ross Samper. So the Samper family stamped the authority in terms of the junior races and also the women's races. But I don't think they are on today, because I was telling you that some of them are suffering from flu. Some also have bike issues for the second race. The Cycling Association actually has provided us with a calendar of events for that season, and there are a number of races. The dates will be announced because they had to adjust because of other activities that were taking place in the country, and they didn't want to interfere with the racing. So we have an area in terms of the third race I see on this sheet. There is a Windsor Park circuit. Yeah, the Windsor Park circuit itself. That will be ladies and junior men 20 laps, and mountains 15 laps. That's around Windsor Park. The second one is that will be the fourth race, is the Collio and Point Michel, back to my boys. So they gotta go down to Collio, back to Point Michel area, and stop at my boys bar. Ladies and the junior men mountain bikes, they will be moving from the bus stop back to my boys. The Loader Hill Challenge, that is the fifth race on the season. Loader Hill Challenge, like the ladies mountain, they start both at Barra State Junction. Ladies and junior mountain cyclists, they will also be invited to that. That's a 6.5 miles race. The Collio race will be a 36 miles race. And we're coming to the national race. That's the sixth race of the season. To Portsmouth, up Santa Roma, through the Gardens, to Point Michel, and back to my boy. Oh God, that one is 70 miles. So the national race gonna be a tight race, gonna be a long race. Endurance we have to have endurance and stamina to do that race. To Point Michel, so you're gonna go to Portsmouth, up Santa Roma, through the Gardens, to Point Michel, and back to my boy. So we'll look out for this race. That's the national race. And then we have a race from the next one follows to Kenfield, roundabout and back. That's 8 times. That's a 30-mile race. 30 miles of racing. So this will be the 7th race. Then we have the other race to Portsmouth and back. And you know that's a tight race where the ladies, junior men, and the mountain bikers, they will which call you, but the masters and the elite, they will be going back to the Portsmouth area, and they will be going back. And then you have the other race we will follow is to Layu. That's a 9th race. You know, my riders are moving, and I could see at the back of the peloton. He's going forward, but he have a challenge of I think it's the masters riders at the front there. The elite rider is Coventry. At the next in line it would be Levi Baron, because he just climbing up the hill, go up from a hill, past the Massacre Cemetery, and to dive down into the down to the valley. There is this small community of Les Point. So, Baron to Baron's Rally. They're working up their way slowly but surely up the hill. Coventry is in the lead. You have close to him is Green. I think Isel Green. Isel Green is close to him. Then Levi Baron, Coab Baron, and then Sampa, not Sampa. There's not Stephen Carbon. This is Prosper. Yeah, Desmond Prosper. As it slide down this and then down Tong Mao, so you'll be flying down Tong Mao. It's all flat to reach right up to Jimmy come to me area. I think it's Green in the lead now as they slide away down the Monscope Hill. It's past the first community in Maro called the second area because you have Monscope on the hill and Lowy Picarty on the right hand side. Just on that is the first bridge as you enter in Maro. As you slide down at a rapid pace, rapid descent there as they coming through the Maro Central. Police escort. We tell the traffic that there's a race on, that you have to be careful, drive carefully on this Sunday morning. We don't want no accidents on the road, no crashes. As it was past the Maho Market, the parlophone of riders, they're moving forward all the time and trying to gain some momentum as they're on this Maho flat to see whether they could leave some of the other riders behind. Mao, the city that never leaves, as a village that never leave, never sleep actually. They always active on this Mao road. So we tell them that we are in Mao anywhere, having this race, and our motorists to be careful. As we take the corner around there by LNO, heading straight down to the last end area of Mao. There's Isel Green in the lead. Followed closely by, I think, it's covered Koav Baron. Then you have Levi Baron. And the other one is Kobensky. Fields Aimi, because I hear that pronouncing under that French name there. I don't get it right most of the time. But it's Kobensky. I just call him Kobensky. He is representing the grievance team. He call himself Team Envy. But we have the Street Falcons, we have the Fast and Furious team there, so we have three name team there in this race. In the tight field about just about eight cyclists. Again, we're heading down the Jimit area. This is the Hartford Estate. We got this area called Platte Jimit. So the sea is looking so beautiful on the right hand side. It's calm and beautiful. Rodney's Rock in the background there in the foreground. And we're just leaving behind Prosper, Desmond Prosper. While the parlophone are just 4 riders coming to stick together. Green has been overtaken by Baron. Koav Baron has taken the lead. Baron is in the elite category. He represents Dominica a number of racing and won different racing title around the Caribbean. And he was, I think he was the winner in 2023 in the Bahamas. So Koav have showed himself. He represents Dominica a number of international meets. So he is an elite rider, and he'll be going to Antigua at the end of the month to represent Dominica in the Caribbean Championship. As we inching away and heading up the tight hill of come to me, as we leave the flat of Jimmy, heading to the come to me area. Rodney's Rock really is in the. If you look on the western side of it, you see the rock. That is where Admiral Rodney defeated the French. So in a battle, I think in about 1783. Kubensi is really struggling up the hill. Baron is making his way in a steady pace, followed by Green, Easel Green. Green is really just one or two bicycle wheels away from him, and the father of Baron, which is Levi Baron, is really keeping up with the pace of these youngsters here. As I said, the come to me climb it's quite a tight climb. It's a steep incline, and you pedal away from almost down from the flat of the hill down at the entrance to the Rodney's Rock area, and you going up this hill. Then you have to go up to a plateau, a flat for a descent. Will take you right into Taro, through the Butler McGregor area to Layo, and in that process there you will pass the Hillsborough Estate. Levi Baron, the elite rider, is going through. He has really made his climb. Kohaf is in the lead. That's his son, Kohaf Baron, and is closely followed by Easel Green. Green is maintaining and keeping close to him. My other rider, Coventry Sky. I'm not seeing him at the back at all. It looked like he had problems climbing up the hill at Come to Me. So today in the elite category we have Kohab Baron, Kobensky, Phil Amy, Easel Green. That's the category that we have in the elite category. While in the masters category we have Desmond Prosper, Ronald Charles, and Levi Baron. Mountain bike, Redison, Felix. And they have an attack is taking place there as they build up, heading down into the Taro area. Taro usually come out in numbers to watch racing. This Sunday morning, and it looks like some of them have maybe went to church or still at cooking their lunch or Mother's Day activities. But we're just passing the Taro bus stop. A couple and wizards wishing the riders well, as we're going through again for this interesting community of Taro, where some riders like Mills and Coco, those guys came from those areas. Co-op opened up an attack there, and it's trying to maintain a lead, trying to get rid of his father and Israel Green, but both of them is sticking to him. They're just about 4 wheels away, bicycle wheels away, and we're looking at the back to see if we can see any other cyclists. I am not seeing nobody in my vision as they making a turn to the Butler McGuire area, where they will go up another flat piece of road that will take them right through to the Hillsborough Bridge. Baron falling back a little bit. It's like about 20 meters away from the pack at the front there. These two, Green and Kohaf. I think they are wearing the Street Falcons uniform, so that they may be doing a little tag team and working their way with this race here. Wishing all mothers happy Mother's Day in this land of Dominica. I send out greetings to all mothers, mothers-in-laws, stepmothers. Make sure you're having a good day. You're having some good food and having some wine. Because mothers and your friends play a tremendous role in rearing some strong Dominicans. We hope on Father's Day, all will give us the same treat. Sometimes some mothers, the fathers don't have to be doing things for them, but when fathers they come, they forget that these fathers are working hard whole year, and they need to get some little pampering too. So we have reached the Hillsborough Bridge. Kohaf and Israel Green, Kohaf Baron, Israel Green, they're coming up to the bridge here. That's where they're going to be making a turn to head back to my boys' bar. The police escort has just blocked the road and we have made a turn. The Lai River is looking good. Full up of water. I hope people that you're in the area on the west coast or from Roseau area, Maho, Massac, the other side of Dominica, on the south side, you want a good river bath. Lai River, you can go up Lai River, you can go up the Gloshow area there and take a hot water bath. Plus you can get a river bath. Anywhere you can get that. It's sulfur water and you also have clean, clear water. Coben C just passed us on his way down. I've been quite slow in this race because Coben C is a guy, he have always been maintaining competition with Kohaf in these races, and I don't know what has in terms of his pulling up at when he was doing that climb at the place. Come to me just above the gym area where I think he stuck out and those guys left him behind. But he just about 300 meters away from them, so he can maybe make the turn and catch up again on his way back to the Maboy's Bar. We just try to tell motorists we are having a second race in the calendar year for the Dominica Cycling Association. It's being held from Maboy's Bar in that area down in Lower Goodwill back to the Hillsborough Bridge, and we asking you to be cautious on the road. Look out for the bikers. They are well attired in bright colored clothes and that they are easily identify. So we just like to make it incident free. We are blessed with a police escort at the front. Also we have the fire and ambulance services providing us with ambulance services for any incidents that we might have. So we don't worry they won't have incidents. So just make sure that people maintain their lane and keep driving properly. So we have left the Butler McGuire area and heading back towards my boys under the Taro Cliffs. You have Baron in the lead, followed by Green, Israel Green is in second place. I think we had Levi Baron was in third place, but they cannot leave Baron behind now. You see, he's coming, he's not too far away. Yeah. Baron is just about 20, 30 feet away from them, so he's not too far away. 60. All right. So hope we can catch up with if that little pack there again. And you listen to Kyrie FM. I have not given you the list of sponsors here for this race. I'm going to read them for you. Just getting a break there. The sponsors which is as follow. The corporate partners, KFC Dominica. The gold sponsors, Dominica Olympic Committee, Ronald Charles and Associate Law Chambers. The silver sponsor, HHV Research and Company Limited, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, Francis Enterprises, Vita Malt Distribution by Belfast Estate Limited. Other sponsors, Auto Trade Dominica Limited, and special thanks must go to the Dominica Police Force and Traffic Department, the Dominica Red Cross, the volunteers, and Kyrie FM. Your genuine sound of Dominica, Kyrie FM. Always assisting in bringing you this cycling races live. So you can bring it live to you. You can see it on like Kyrie FM TV, Kyrie FM Facebook page, Kyrie FM, where can we see it? YouTube. So you can see the race live. Just contact Kyrie FM. As they're making their way up the cliff again, it's up to an ascent. That time we're gonna go up the uphill. Baron has catch up with them actually. Levi Baron. So a little Palafan of 3 riders at the front here, going uphill. The area you call Mon Habat. To my left here, you had what you call a leper home. In the early 1920s, 1930s, Dominica, there was leprosy as a major problem in Dominica. You had actually a hospital down here where patients were treated for leprosy. But eventually, with new technology and new medicines, that disease has been eradicated. So we doesn't see that as a major problem right now in Dominica, neither in the Caribbean. So we're going through that area called Mount Habat. It's a tight hill. It's a very steep ascent as they going uphill. And they're just doing some cutters onto the bank. They're almost dancing on the pedals as they make their way uphill. It's almost standing on the pedals and you're pedaling and with more foot power as you go uphill. So Baron is basically a good climber. He's well trained in those areas because he has been riding now for like about 4, 5, 6 years steady. Levi Baron is a veteran. It's like maybe 20, 30 years he riding. He's not. Yesterday morning he done the business. And Levi is making his way uphill. Isil Green. Green has not been to me so long in the riding business, but he's making his climb and making it quite easily as he conquer this hill called Mount Habat. Habat is just on the right of Habat. You get Rodney's Rock. Rodney's Rock is at the back, down there in the if you go down in a precipice. This is a very steep hill, and down in that area there you have this area called Rodney's Rock. I was telling you, Admiral Rodney, and I think he defeated a French admiral called De Grasse. If you study your history of Dominica, and some of my students are going to get your Dominica story and start opening and read them things to find out about the history of Dominica, where the French actually was beaten back in around 1780 something, and that's how the island itself became British after they drive out the French. So history is also critical. That's why we are English and not French. But we are at the top of the hill now. They have made a very good climb. I think Kohaf and his other rider here that is very close to him, that's Isel Green and Levi. They have climbed that hill quite successfully, and they're now making a descent into the area of called Plat Jimit. It's a beautiful weather. The breeze is very light, maybe about another 10 or less miles per hour. It's almost a dead. No wind blowing nearly to obstruct the riders, and they're really having a good day. Beautiful sunshine. Oh my God! Who's this here? Ronald Charles has made a comeback here. Ronald Charles has taken the lead, going down this beautiful place called Come to Me. I know he come from nowhere. It's Ronald Charles in the lead. So Ronald Charles, sometimes when I take my walks up that hill, I always see him practicing. So you know that route there quite well. Because he and Koaf and Levi, they seem to see on that route almost daily. Yeah, they're making a rapid descent now into the Plat Jimit area. Jimit housing scheme, the housing residential area, starting from right up to my left here. You have the shelter. There's a huge shelter that was built a couple years ago. That's a hurricane shelter. And above it there's a lot of residential buildings. Jimit, to me, you see the place I came and when I came there as a pioneer in about 1983, 84, Jimmy didn't really, it was just 40 houses we had there as a scheme. And right now, up to the hill up, we're going to Warner. Jimmy is now populated with houses. So over the years there, we have seen a drastic change in that area in terms of the residential area and the suburbs of Maho. We call a place called Jimmy. Actually, it's an estate, they call it Hartford Estate. But the locally, the people call it Jimit. So Ronald Charles really blew my mind here because he came from nowhere and ended up in the lead. But I think Baron has taken it back, Coab have taken it back as they heading towards Belfast area. Just passing the Warner Jimmy Junction there, and they coming to the Belfast Bridge. On the right is the famous Denver Bar. That's where we meet sometimes to play some dominoes. Popular bar on the outskirts of Mao. As we pass in there, the Belfast factory. It was a tremendous factory in its earlier days where they used to make a lot of soap, oil, and from copra. And I see there's a resurgence now in factory activities, and I think they start making back the soap and other things. So the products are coming back at Belfast. There's some extension work going on actually at Belfast right now, and the project is transforming a whole mill area. So it's commercial activity going on in that area there. As we turn on around the blind corner, heading over to the Mao area. Because all Street Falcons, you have Street Falcons in the lead. There's 4 of the riders in that lead. There's a little group of little paravan group going forward for the Mao community. Not a lot of traffic on this Sunday morning, but I'm having a hard time on an early morning between the hours like 7 o'clock, 30, where this road really is a tight death trap that needs to be maybe regulated more and organized better, so we can waste less time we're trying to reach Roseau. But it's we now pass the Mao market. Kind of pass the populated with just a couple of vendors there today. It's Sunday morning. So you find that yesterday was really the market day. We market really in Mao is more on a Friday and a Saturday. But the barons are obviously the leader. I think Charleston Baron, the two not it was Pascal. The two Masters, yeah. Baron and Green, they are the elite riders. They are in the lead. But that's then we're going up Montescope. Montescope is another tight hill. Not as tight as the one in Harbat, but they're just dancing on their pedals and making their way uphill. It's a little testing time for you. If you have ride maybe about what you go to the Ligo is about 9 miles away, and then you're going back uphill now. You need now your legs are getting a little bit tired, and you have to still try and scale it up, and then you can get into a descent into the less point area. But then you have this sort of big challenging hill that will take you up by the Massac Cemetery. So the riders have to pace themselves. They know the route, they know their route, and they take the time and try and see what they can do. But we are blessed with good sunshine here this morning. Beautiful day, and it's time to entertain on the mothers really. Traffic trying to wind their way through us and our driver there. As you're going up the hill, we're just asking them to be careful because we have some riders on the road. We don't want no really incidents, no crashes. But just to take it easy. It's Kyrie FM bringing you the second cycling race for 2026. It's been sponsored by the corporate sponsor is KFC Dominica. The gold sponsor is the Dominica Olympic Committee. Ronald Charles and Associate Law Chambers. The silver sponsors HHV Nutrition Company Limited. Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited. Francis Enterprises. Vita Mall distributed by Belfast Estate Limited. And the other sponsors is Auto Trade Dominica Limited. Special thanks must go to also to the Dominica Police Force, Traffic Department, the Red Cross, and a lot of volunteers that put things together, to put effort and energy to make this thing happen. And your own Kyrie FM, the genuine sound of Dominica. You can see this race on YouTube. Where can I get it again? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we're heading down into the Massac area. We have cleared the tide hill up there at the cemetery, and we're heading down through the Massac community, right through the heart of the village here, downtown Massac, as we're almost by the basketball court area. Baron and Green leading the way. Traffic is very tight here amongst the Mams supermarket area. Massac was watching a basketball game last night where the Falcons at them, they beat Detroit Blazers. They really at their home court. The Blazers really was no match for Falcons last night. Yeah, we're heading back down again. We're on the cane field. Just going to the cane field area past the Masak School. The cane field airport. The airport is on my right. As Baron, the co-op Baron that time, and he said Green continue to pedal their way at the front. They leave the field at the back because we have first like Ronald Charles, co-op Baron, not co-op, Levi Baron, that is that. Kobinski. Kobinski, I've not been in this race for too long. I've not seen him up there, up front among the leaders of this race. Desmond Prosper, running the Masters race. Prosper still is lagging at the back. Redison Felix, mountain biker, still at the back, struggling to see whether he can move his way in a podium finish area, but his position, but that is not happening. As Kohaf Baron and Easel Green continue the lead. They continue to work their way at the front. We know what's there. See there. Yeah, we just passing the old mill area there. It's the traffic's kind of moderate as we oncoming traffic. We just putting out the warning to motorists that we have the second race of the cycling season is on, the Dominica Cycling Association, and we just informing you that you need to be careful on the road. You have a police escort at the front, you have some other vehicles at the back guiding you and telling you that the race is on, and that the people, we need to be careful. Just drive safely on the road. We don't want no incidents really. And we in the auto trade area, one of our sponsors, auto trade. And to my left is Big W. In the cane field, just taking the turn here and heading down. Wishing you everyone in Dominica, all the mothers, have happy Mother's Day. Hope that you are having a good time. You are relaxed and been pampered by our fathers here in Dominica. As we turn away from the gas station and heading onwards towards the Deepwater Harbor area, the one under the cliff, we just passed the Linus. As these two riders continue to hold the lead. Green, Isel Green, and is taking the lead, and Baron is just keeping up with it, just about a one or two bicycle wheels away. So I think they have been working their way, giving one another the lead now and then, taking a rest, and just one follow, take the lead. They go some little attacks taking place in the race, but not too many. We have not seen a real competitive attack, so we try to finish the first run because we almost reached the finishing point where we'll make the turn and head back towards Layo. So it's a pretty interesting race that's going on there between these two elite riders. I have some results of the first race of the season. The Masters competition, the Masters winners was Desmond Prosper was the winner. In second position was Levi Baron, and third position was Ronald Charles. The elite winner, Kohalf, was in first position in terms of the elite race. The second position was Kobensky, and the third place was Stefan Cabon. The mountain bike winner was Pat Grestis. Mountain under 15 winner, that's Luis Williams. The women's winner, Rachel Sample. BMX women's winner, Daniela Brumant. And our juniors winner was Ross Sampa. So that was the first race of the season. We had a larger field of riders. This field of riders have been hampered by the flu. Quite a few riders are sick also. Some of them haven't got adequate equipment like their bikes to come on to take on part in this race. So they are looking for sponsors, persons that are willing to work with this DCA, the Dominica Cycling Association, to assist them in getting some bikes for these riders. Because cycling itself is a upcoming sport. It's a sport that they can actually go far, develop into professional athletes, and make a name for themselves, their family, and Dominica. So we call on sponsors to come forward and assist with those riders with bikes. Yeah, we're heading towards the finish line here. Just around the Dominica Deepwater Harbor. It's in Woodbridge Bay. As it's two riders again, Kohaf and Izil, they're making their way towards the finish line, where they will turn and at the junction of the road down there to go back from Marboy's Bar back to the Lyre Bridge and back, and that would actually end the race. I think the miles on that would give me the stats on it. It's 35 miles actually. So we're making a turn here, right at the area intersection, going to the college here and the old public works, as we're heading back upfield here. Ronald Charles making his way. He's just about what? Maybe about half a mile from the finishing line. So they have a sort of catching up to do. While the Co-op Baron and Izil Green continue to work their way. That time we're heading back down towards the Lyre Bridge. That's the Lyre River Bridge. That is Hillsborough Bridge actually. It's a huge double bridges. Two bridges actually down there. One going out, one going in. So we gotta go into one and then go back out into the next. Yeah, welcome back to the race here. This is the second race in the DCA Cycling Association, where it has a calendar of events scheduled for the year 2026. Koa Baron continue to lead here as we head away back down, passing the auto trade area, the big W on my left. We're heading over the Borwick, the Borwick River Lake bridge. Actually, this bridge is coming from the Borwick Lake River, and it's quite a acidic bridge, and in terms of clean, clear water flowing underneath. So this is water coming from the Borwick Lake at the top of Cochrane. But Koa Baron won the Tour of Grand Bahamas in March of 2024. So Baron is no like what I call him, small fish in this business. He's in a big man league. And he has participated in a number of events in the Caribbean. And he continued to show his prowess here. He continued to work his way. He has been developing quite well. In I think he took part in not in the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games. Also, he did some cycling in the competition in Commonwealth Games. So Baron is elite in every sense, and we have to continue to work with him so that one day he can appear on the world scene in terms of Olympics. That is why I look into him really participating at the Olympic level. Youngster ready trying to work his way out. Back upfield is in the rear is the young rider. Ready trying to work his way out, but is way back from Canefield. He has to carry to Malvois is about 3 miles away. While Baron is on his way going back down, passing the Canefield Airport. Baron and Diesel Green continue to work their way, working in tandem, they're working as a team, giving way now and then. Now and then they will attack each other and trying to see where they can leave each other. But they have been having fun, I suppose, just sticking to each other and making their way back down into the Hillsborough Bridge area, where they will turn back to go back to Marbois Bar. The race has been going on pretty quick. As you see, some Sunday church goers now just heading their way back home. But I was early riser this morning, went to church about 7 o'clock. Had a good service at the Rosa Cathedral, and I'm on back to do some cycling commentaries, but give some reverence to God early and the wife, and we'll be going to have some lunch later down to give a sumptuous lunch. Because she has been my wife for about 42 years. Some babies that was married yesterday. When I tell them about that, I tell you about this marriage thing. They will get some counseling something from me. Anyway. So what the daughters are giving her some good treat this Mother's Day, because she got 3 beautiful daughters. They actually will be taking care of her. So I'm just going to there to pirate things and enjoy life with her. We're going up this hill here now. We see this is the Massac area. That's Pomagé on the right, Pomagé, and then we go over, cross the Massac Cemetery. There's a Roman Catholic cemetery there in Massac, as we head downhill into an area called Les Point. So it's a pretty tight climb as they make their way uphill. These 2 elite riders. I'm not seeing the masters of Levi Baron and the president Ronald Charles. They were there with them for a while, but it looked like they have fell back a bit. as these young legs try to really give them some problems. Trying to keep up with the young legs, they have been a problem for these masters. So we have made the climb. We are now passing the cemetery and we're heading downwards. There's now descent right down into the Les Point area. We'll have another climb that will take you to over the Monscope area of Maho and then down the Lawi Pikati area to the Maho Central. So it's quite an interesting race, and they just did it for the second time because they did the first run and they're on the second run now. We have a cycling race on. We are on the road between Maboy's Bar to reach Hillsborough. We are now in the Les Point area. We're just crossing over and going to go past Monscope area of Maho as we head down past Lawi Pikati down to the Maho market. So motorists, we're just sending out this information that you have to be careful. National race is on, cycling race is on. Yeah, talking about a national race, the OECS 31st OECS race will be held in Antigua. That's a 60-mile race, and Dominica competitors will be Kwa Baron, Isel Green, Levi Baron in the Masters, and the team manager will be Ronald Charles. So they already have this team set up, so that is a practice run for them. Because this race will be held at the end of the month of May. So the first of May, there will be a race, OECS regional race actually. So all the countries from the OECS will be participating in this competition in Antigua and Barbuda. So we wishing Dominica well. As Baron and Israel trying to go for the front of Maho here, just passing on the blast. Magic Mat to my left, this all Maho businesses, so market, and we're heading down towards that corner here by and heading down past Nicky's Bar. Nicky's Bar will be on the left. That's the last bar in Maho. On my left-hand side, as we make our way round the bend, past the Belfast Public Toilet, into the Belfast area. There's a lot of Belfast signs down here. The makings of a new factory is being developed there also. Redesign of a whole Belfast, the whole Belfast mill. Well, the Belfast factory itself is operational. So it's pretty fast race here. The pace of this race has intensified as Baron and Isel Green maybe trying to see if they can make it in record time. And they're heading their way over the Belfast Bridge to the Jimmet area and then to make another hard climb. I think it was a tough climb that time in the Come To Me area, and that will take them into the Monhabat area and downhill into Taro. I'm looking at the sponsors list. We have the corporate sponsor, KFC Dominica, the gold sponsors, Dominica Olympics Committee, Ronald Chasson Associate Laws Chambers, the silver sponsors, HHV Recreation Company and Company Limited, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, Francis Enterprises, Vita Mall distributed by Belfast Estate Limited. Also, you have other sponsors, Auto Trade Dominica Limited. Special thank you go to the Dominica Police Force and the Traffic Department, in particular, also the Red Cross, all the volunteers that really let make this race continue to develop and make cycling work in Dominica, and our own Kyrie FM. You can find us at Kyrie FM. We live on 88.7. You're on 93.1 and 107.9. So this frequency of carrying this game live, this event live. Also, you can get us on YouTube and Facebook page. So you see, Carrie is providing information to a global audience, because this race is going far and wide. As they make their way up, they come to the hill. Another, as I tell you, is a pretty tight climb. That climb will take them over the hill to what they call Harvard area. Harvard is like almost in line with the Rodney's Rock. The Rodney's Rock peak, the point actually, a point in the sea where there's rock, hard solid rock, granite rock, that Rodney actually used as a decoy to fool a French general called De Grasse. So it's a bit of history that you have to go to look for in the Dominica story. Find out how Dominica really end up permanently as a British colony. I'm not seeing any other rider at the back of us here. We don't see Kubensky. I've not been in the game. Desmond Prosper. I've not seen much of him. And Redison Felix. So these riders have been tailing for the longest while in the back of this race. While the two elite riders continue to work their way up. They have not reached the summit here, and Baron has opened up a gap between he and Izet Ream. There's about a 20-30 feet gap between the two riders. As they will be heading downhill, make a descent from this area of Harvard down into the Taro area. And it's from there, it's all sailing flat road till they reach the bridge at Hillsborough. So that have been the climb. When you have made this climb, really, this hard climb, you will taking it, you will now be freeing up yourself, right? Just let loose, as they say, as you head downhill into the Taro area. Yeah, motorists, you have to be careful. We have a national race on. National Cycling Race is on. And we're running now between Taro and the Hillsborough area. So we have some riders at the back, maybe somewhere in the Maho, Kenfield area. So you have to be careful with your driving. Be aware that the national race is on, and we don't want no major incident to occur. Also, it's Mother's Day. We wishing all these mothers a beautiful day, having an enjoyable day with mothers. I hope you are getting all the pampering from your spouses and your partners, your fathers, your children. The mothers have been making human service in terms of the development of. We just passed a major cyclist they call Mills in the Taro area. Here the Mills, that is one of our veteran riders, just egging on the guys to move on. So I was talking about the mothers, that the fathers, I hope you are preparing some sumptuous lunch for them, taking them out. We have good river here. I see this is an inviting sea on my left. There is the Caribbean Sea. So the beaches down there at Mero, I discovered a beach down there called Salisbury Beach. I didn't realize it was so nice. I'll be passing that beach all the time. And most of them I go down Bartali. But I Salisbury Beach, boy, that's a tremendous beach. That have not been, to me is a beach that we don't use so much. Because every time they go to the beach, they go to Mero. It's a private. Anyway, so we have the beaches, because also we also have rivers down the coastline. The Lai River, because up the Lai River you have the hot water, what they call a glow show, the second bridge there, the York Valley Bridge. So it's an area where you have a lot of what they call basins or bassin. So you can go over there and have a serious soak in real fresh, pure, clean Dominican water. Makushu River is also a good river for bathing. So we have a number of areas on the coast for having a good bath. And holding some healthy family picnics. Baron is having a rehearsal for that major meet that they're going to be having in Antigua. And you know, Antigua will be the 31st OECS race. That is what will be held in Antigua on the May 31st. No, it's not the 31st. The occurrence is OECS regional race, which will be held on the 31st of May in Antigua and Barbuda. Dominica has been invited, and Dominica team has been selected. Kohab Baron, Izel Green, Levi Baron, and the manager will be Ronald Charles. So that is really just a rehearsal for Kohab as he's making his turn around the Hillsborough Bridge. So we have reached the Lai River right there, making a turn. The river is looking beautiful, it's looking clean and nice. So we can actually utilize this river for bathing and other activities today. As you make the turn and head down towards my boy's bar. And you're going through the estate called Hillsborough Estate. Hillsborough Estate was a major employment area in the 50s and 60s for Dominica. Those estates there, you had a lot of workers on them. 1940s, 1950s, growing a lot of cocoa, things like sugar cane, tobacco. Right now the place is just land. I've been advocating that this estate area to be, that would be an area that was supposed to be carried for, you see, like a massive stadium complex. If you want to turn that land there into real sporting complexes, football, cricket, basketball, everything can be constructed right down here. But Dominica, we have other plans. There's a complex coming out in the Point Wrong area. So we're hoping to see athletics on stream in those areas, and I think they were saying that the making also of a football field in that stadium. And the other thing we have seen lately is the lights coming on at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. So the lights have been installed. We long awaited those lights, and we're hoping that Dominica can benefit from it, and that we can get big matches down here. All my football matches now need to be played in Dominica. All my cricket matches to be played in Dominica, and let us get sports tourism going in Dominica. So with the advent of the lights at the stadium, we should see a renaissance in sports in the Rose Township area. So we should congratulate the Minister of Sports, Oscar George, and the government of Dominica for installing the lights, the long-awaited lights, at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. You know, in the tie-up there is some traffic as we're heading back towards Taru. Ronald, go down there. Yeah, Ronald Charles just passing out on his way down. He's just under the Taru cliff. So he has to make a real dash to get it back into the podium finish. As our traffic suspect is kind of intensifying as we get into towards Taru here. Taru is a little village nestled almost in a little valley between Hillsborough and the Mao Jimit area. While Baron continued to lead, followed by Easel Green. They're working their way almost side by side. I think they have been working their way together, easing up on each other, taking the lead, exchanging position, just working as a team, because in cycling, one of the things that you need is some company at the front, and working together with another mate of yours can make it easy. So you can actually put a strategic plan to go. Kubinska, I think he just come down the hill there. Or Prosper. Prosper, it was Kubinska. Desmond Prosper passing us just at the foot of the hill of Monabat, while these two riders are easing their way up. Kohaf and Easel Green, they easing their way up the steep hill here. It's a steep climb, calling for a strong foot pedal, and these guys just dancing on their bikes and going uphill. The route is not a long one, but it has some challenges on the way, because you have some steep climbs that you have to put some energies behind it, and that is one of them right here on Monhabat, where it's a steep climb that will take you in terms of a little plateau and then downhill they come to me area to Jimit. But if you on the river side of it, we are coming from the other side and heading down towards Layo, you will have a serious climb coming up. They come to the area. So, and then you have an easy descent into Taru. So it's challenges. Higher up in the scheme of things again, you have another tight hill at Monscope that's coming over to the Mao area, and then there's another hard climb that you have to take to when you pass this point to go over into the cemetery there at Massac and go down. So it's a challenging road, and it's not only get flat, but you have some steep climbs in it, maybe 4 or 5 climbs that will really challenge you. But I think Baron has been doing that race there for a number of times. And here, a siren screaming at the back of us. I don't know. What will be the issue? What we're heading down? Heading downhill at them rapidly. The descent now into Jimit. The flat of Jimit. Passing the Gentle Rest Funeral Home. These two riders continue to pedal their way down the flat in GB there. Serious mangoes, and the mangoes really tempting on my right. I think I'm going back to look for some mangoes tomorrow morning because there's a choice of mangoes here. Mango long, I have mango liquor, I have bitter skin, as a mango called mushash. But you don't know about that mango? Mango mushash. And there's a little mango called mango tin. The mango tin is very small and boy succulent, sweet mango. So Dominicans, that fruit they call mango. I was gonna read up on mangoes. Mango is one of the best fruit in the world. And some of the children I don't know if they don't know the importance of mango. There's something they just pass mango trees and they just pass mangoes and leave mangoes there and what. And they end up buying some kind of soda to me that don't make sense. So you need to start eating your fruits and making mango juice. Because mangoes is just very healthy for your body. What do you rest of the race side? As we're heading back down towards the Marrow area, the race has intensified as we make the turn. I get the siren wailing at the back of us. We don't know whether they want to move forward or not. But the police escort is at the front as we're heading through the Marrow area. Marrow basically, this Sunday morning, people are out walking around, enjoying the race, and as they see the cyclists go by, in this tight spot here, just going back past the blast and Magic Mart as we head down into the central part of Mao. So with Ezel Green in the lead, Baron is right on the tail of him. Baron is just about 2 bicycle wheels away. So it's a tight race as we head in for the podium finish here into the Marbles Bar area. Passing through the Mao quite quickly. An attack is on here because Green has put an attack here on Koa Baron as he passes the Mao market, and it's gonna be a tight hill race uphill there. Food because you have 2 major areas to cover. We are the one is in this hill now as you're going up to the Monscop area. You have to try and clear this hill, and then there's another big hill when you pass through the Gillesport area to clear it up and to reach the Mao Cemetery, public cemetery. So that's the Catholic cemetery. So we in for a treat here as we head towards Marbo's Bar. So there's another ascent, so they're trying to go uphill, trying to clear the Monscope area. And there's bicycle country and the bikers, Green and Baron, continue to work hard, foot pedal, as I seen some dances on the pedal by Green and Coab, sticking with him there. And I have to tell you, Coab is a good climber. He doesn't give up that easily. He's working hard, working his way uphill. And they have summited that hill now. They are take the summit and they're heading back downfield. It's going back down now into the Les Point area. It's Sunday, it's Mother's Day. It's a beautiful Sunday, beautiful sunshine, low. Yeah, we're just doing that another climb here. That might be the last tight climb for these riders as they make their way uphill and they're trying to reach the Massacre Cemetery. They just passed the cemetery and they continue to work hard. I think these guys are quite strong in terms of their pedaling ability and going up hills, because these hills are not easy hills. They are very tight and it calls for endurance, it calls for stamina, and they're heading downfield again. And there's a buzz now as they're heading downhill past the Fort-Manger area in Massacre. So I think it's going to be a real pedal race as they head their way towards Rich Boys Bar. Yeah, Johnny Kazimi is not in this race. He's out studying in Barbados. I think you tell me he's doing law up there. So Johnny is on another mission in his life, and he's doing some what do you call it? Building on his career, doing some educational work, and we need to wish him well, that he can continue to do his studies and be successful at it. So he's not in this race. We know he was a very good potential race, young racer for Dominica Cycling. You're hard blocking me. Yes, again we know in the Kenfield area, these two riders, they are neck and neck. What do you call it? Bicycle. That is bicycle and bicycle. Pedal to pedal. And they're working their way. They're working their way to the finish line here. We're just passing the roundabout at the Kenfield airport. And it's all Baron and Green now. They have been together for most of this race, really. They have not been separated from the time we did the first round, going up the Mon, it was like Mon Harbour area. They have stuck together. They went to Hillsborough, turn around, went to my boys' bar. They came back again, and they have been together, working their way upfield. So let us see where that attack will really begin when they almost reach that finish line into the Mavoizar area. That speed bump there, that is here. Somebody speeds on, we send a message to the, I don't know who is responsible for the traffic department or the public works department. But some of the speed humps, they need to be, what I call it, painted up again. The center line of the vehicle, road separation is disappearing. Pedestrian crossings are disappearing. So we need to see them things they paint up again, and so that it can improve traffic safety. Let drivers know what side of the road that they belong to. Well, you just passing the Bory Bridge, the Bory Lake Bridge. I mean, this is Canefield, lower part of Canefield by Auto Trade. This beautiful river is coming from the Bory Lake River, Bory Lake, and just about the top of Cochrane. As you leave Auto Trade area, we're heading Big W on the right. I go back to my sponsorship there. The sponsorship with corporate partners, KFC Dominica, the gold sponsors, Dominica Olympic Committee, Ronald Chas and Associate Chambers, the silver sponsors, HSV Church and Company Limited, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, Francis Enterprises, these are our, and also Vita Malt Distribution by Belfast Estate Limited. These are the silver sponsors. Other sponsors, Auto Trade Limited, and our special thank you must go to the Dominica Police Force, especially the Traffic Department, the Red Cross, the volunteers, and Kyrie FM, our own Kyrie FM, for bringing this event to you live. Facebook, YouTube, and 107.9, 93.1. All this is a radio signal stations for you. So Kyrie has been doing a human service in bringing cycling sport to the world, to Dominica, to the region. As we're heading under the Mondania Cliff and heading towards the finish line, this will be a very tight foot race. Race. I think we must say bicycle race, foot pedaling really on their way to victory. And Green trying to move away from Coab, but Coab at a steady pace is maintaining his composure, is maintaining his pace, is maintaining his distance quite close to Green. And let's see where the attack will begin, so that I think one of them has to win the attack here if they have to be a clear winner in this race. Isel Green has shown that he has good potential. I think he won we're watching the races the winners of last race. So Isel didn't win nothing in that race, but Green last year had performed quite well in a number of the races. But the first race winner in terms of the elite winners was Coab Baron and Kobensky. There was Stefan Carbon, but I have not seen Kobensky. I have not been in that field at all this today. I think maybe he has even dropped out of the race. And Isel Green has been showing his prowess here. Let us see whether he can clinch it away from Coab as they heading towards the Woodbridge Bay area. Coming down to the focal area now. Still side by side. It's like pedal to pedal here. Bike to bike. Baron holding his composure, working his way at a steady pace as he coming down the hill, coming down he's just basically flat road. Little incline by the Deepwater Harbor there. We'll turn that incline into the major foot race as they head towards the finish line. And Baron moving away, a little bit away, but it's Green trying to attack here. Now Baron pressing an attack there. That could be very close there. As Baron making space now, make hay while the sun shine. He has left Isel Green behind, just among maybe about 100 or 450 yards away from the finish line. As he passed the Deepwater Harbour, Israel Green struggling to maintain his composure, trying to catch up with Baron. Baron going forward all the time, and it's all Baron now. Baron gonna be reaching the finish line here. He has done it again. Co-op Baron pull away from Israel Green just in the nick of time to win this race here, the second race of the bicycle season, the Dominica Cycling Association bicycle season. Quite an interesting race here where Co-op Baron and Israel Green working all the time together, and just around maybe by the Deepwater Harbour, by the Coca-Cola depot, Baron charged down and opened a lead that will take him over the finish line to win the race. So congratulations to Co-op Baron again for winning the elite, being the leader in the elite competition. We're heading back down to see if we can catch up with Ronald Chasson. Who's the other one? And Desmond Prosper. So basically it's 2 in 2 for Baron. Baron won the first race. He was the winner in the elite competition in the first race of the year. Kobensky was second. Third was Stefan Cabon. But we didn't see Cabon at all as we heading back down. Oh, everybody's far. We're trying to catch up to see if we can able to see the other cyclists on the race, but we almost in the Kenfield area, the gas station area. We have not seen anybody. So look like they're a long way off from the podium, from the finish line. Yeah, we are back on the cycling track, cycling circuit, where we have just catch up with Ronald Chas. What's happening? What are you doing?
So we going
Huh?
until we see there's one we turn and go back.
That one we can be.
Is it turn back? Turn back? Yeah.
Turn you. I can send it right down there. Finally catch up with Kobensky. Sky? Zampa? Who's that? Man. Yeah. They need two more. Yeah, we just back on the circuit there as we turn past the Kenfield airport and heading back up towards Roseau. With one rider in our way, that's Kobinski Sense. That's what I'll give you. Fields Amy. And then you have the other one that passes higher up was Ronald Charles. So we try to get to the tail of the race and then to see whether we can reach the finish line with them. Well, we are at the back of Kobinski Center, trying to make his way upfield because trying to make his way to the finish line. It's just around the Ruby's area of Kenfield, the gas station. Kobinski has been a formidable rider. I don't know what issues he had on the circuit today, because I find he lagged behind for a while and he's still struggling to reach the finish line. The last race in the elite, he came second in that elite race. In the last race they had, that was the first race of the season. So he's really pedaling his way up to the finish line. The other elite rider we saw was Ronald Charles. I don't know if he have reached the line already, because it's quite a while that we passed him going up from maybe the Auto Trade area. In the elite competition here and the elite places, we already have two people, because Koha Baron and Ezel Green, they came first and second in the race, so they are actually the winners already. These two guys actually, they're gonna be going to the OECS regional competition in Antigua. That's where they have an OECS regional race, where it's a 60-mile route they're gonna be using. They'll be competing for. I don't know what is the trophy of what's the prizes for the winners. Ronald Charles might have been up to date, with us up to speed on this. But the OECS will be having a national meet on the 31st of May in Antigua, Barbuda. And Dominica team has been selected. The team include Cohab Baron, Ezel Green, and also Levi Baron. So this is the team, and the team will be managed by Ronald Charles. Kobinski making his way. He's just among the Wavin Cock area. He's making his way to the finish line. Under no pressure now because he's just riding to see what time he can make this in within what terms of his time frame. This sponsor list, in terms of our sponsorship, the corporate sponsor is KFC Dominica, the gold sponsor, Dominica Olympics Committee, Ronald Charleston Associate, Lord Chambers. The silver sponsor here been HH Research and Company Limited, also Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, Francis Enterprises, Vita Malt, distributed by Belfast Estate Limited. So these are the silver sponsors. Other sponsors, Auto Trade, Dominica Limited. Special thank you goes to the Dominica Police Force, especially the Traffic Department, the Red Cross, and all the volunteers that have put energies and time in making this event happen, and our own Kyrie FM, where we have been bringing you cycling for the last maybe 5-6 years. Constant Kyrie FM bringing you the national cycling competition, all the races. You can really actually go and view them on Kyrie FM, their Facebook page, yeah, their YouTubes, and we bring it to you live on radio. So we bring it to every home in the country and around the region, around the world. So Kobinski is just making his way towards the finish line here. He is in the elite category. We have been working this way for a couple of years now in cycling in Dominica, and he has just arrived at the finish line to complete his race. And I'd maybe like to interview him to find out how come he was so slow that race, because I usually only know him as a very attacking cyclist. Yes. Yeah, I think that is it, because for now we'll have to take a pause as we'll just prepare for the prize giving ceremony and the presentation of trophies to the cyclists. Good morning, Co-op. I don't know whether it's still morning time, but you did that race so sweet today. What do you think about the race?
Well, firstly, I just want to say thank you to DOC, who has always been there from the beginning with me. Also, a big thank you to Sajiko. If you don't have your insurance, that's the place to go. A shout out to OptiShop as well. If your eye is not good, that's the place to go for your eyewear. And to touch on your question, today was a very good race. The numbers were little. As we know, Israel will be joining me in Antigua for the OECS Championships, month and May. So today was basically a day to allow him to ride the race with me, but without me at the same time. So as you could see, I was staying on the side of him and allowing him to challenge himself, ride it at his pace. And I said at the ending of the race, I would just accelerate a little bit to see how he react to it. And yeah, but overall, I'm really proud of how he ride and hopes that he continue.
I find Israel keep up to you quite well, and I think it's a good thing for cycling that two of you got only going to a competition, and you were able to pace that race properly, and work all the way in terms of the progress of the race.
Yeah.
So I wish you well in Antigua. Is it Antigua?
Yeah.
Yeah, Antigua.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, we're gonna go straight into it.
1, 2. Adelia, Michael. 1, 2. You let that play. All right, let's go. We don't need that. All right. Yeah. Let's go now. Where's somebody come and give the thing for us there. He? Okay, Adelia, come. Okay. Wonderful day, beautiful people, wonderful race. Of course, we have come to the end of today's race. We call it a small contingent, but a wonderful race. Again, let me just remind our viewers, the Dominica Cycling Association, Dominica by extension, will be sending a small team for the OECS Championship to be held on the 31st of May 2026 in Antigua and Barbuda. And of course, we wish the team well. You have Co-op Baron, you have Green, of course you have Levi, Desmond, and the manager Ronald Charles will be going to Antigua to represent Dominica in May. And in September, we hope to see our national champion, that is Co-op Baron, representing Dominica on the big stage in the World Cycling Championships that would be held in September. Of course, so we had a very good race, very interesting race, and we're going straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, for the mountain category, all right, put your hands together for the winner, the man himself. Put your hands together for Radiant Felix. Put your hands together. Yes, Radiant, come here, stand up here. It's all yours. And you get your gold medal. Adel crown him. Congratulations. Levi, where's Levi? Somebody taking photos for us to send to. Of course, we have in the Masters results, of course, we had in second position. Please put your hands together for Desmond Prosper. Desmond Prosper is second position in the Masters category. We don't have the food. No. Yeah, you can come. In the second position, and of course, in the third position, he didn't finish. Okay, I don't know why. And in the first position, ladies and gentlemen, the man himself, in the first position, Masters category, Mother's Day, none other than Ronald Charles.
Yeah, man, you did a fine race.
All right, thank you. And of course, Levi Baron did not finish. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going straight into it. In its category, in third position, please put your hands together for the man himself, Kobinski, in third position. Kobinski. Izel. And in second position, Izel Green. I don't know. Second position, he did it in 1 hour and 37 minutes, 18 seconds at his lion back twice. Put your hands together for him. And ladies and gentlemen, the national champion, second race in a row. Put your hands together for the man himself, Koaf Baron, in 1 hour 36:20. All right. Koaf said to me that he's going to treat this race like a group training session. So this was a group training session, and this is it. Put your hands together for all the cyclists. Let me again thank the media. Let me again thank the media. All right, KFC Dominica, our gold sponsor, Dominica Olympic Committee. We have Ronald Charleston Associates. We have the silver sponsors, HHV, Richard and Company, Josephine Gabriel and Company, Francis Enterprise, and of course, Vitamol Distribution or Belfast Limited, Auto Trade Limited. Thank you so much. And of course, special thanks to the police, our commentators, of course, Mr. Scotland and the Kyrie team. Thank you so much. The Dominica Police Force and of course the Traffic Department, Mr. Bellot and his team. Thank you. Thank you, Red Cross. All the volunteers that took some time off on Mother's Day to be with us. Special thanks to Laura Deschamps for taking some time off to be with us here today. And of course, Kyrie FM and everyone. Adele, thank you for your wonderful work as an executive member of the Dominica Cycling Association, putting all of this together. All the sponsors, everyone, so long everybody, and bye-bye.
Yes, on behalf of the Kyrie crew, Mosiah, Boston, Bruno, this is Anthony Scotland wishing you all a happy Mother's Day and telling you that they had a very good race here today. Koaf Baron continued to dominate in cycling in Dominica. But I also saw the makings of a new rider, Izel Green. We had to look out for this youngster. So we're wishing you the best and have a good day. Enjoy your day, everyone.